The Ford F-150 has always been, and still is, the best-selling in the US market, outpacing the nearest competitors to a great extent. This truck went through many different iterations throughout the years, and the current model is easily the best model yet to date. However, things for 2025 are expected to be even better for the Ford F-150. There are many surprises, and we cannot wait to share the details with you. So stay with us while we learn how the all-new 2025 Ford F-150 turns heads in the automotive world. Platform and configurations. Let's start our discussion with the core of this truck, which is the platform and the available configurations for the 2025 model year. As you probably know, the latest Ford F-150 was released a few years back, and now it's in the third production year. So overall, this is still a very fresh model. This is why we do not expect major changes to come in terms of the platform. The 2025 model will still be based on the same ladder frame as the 2024 model. However, there will be some changes, specifically in terms of technologies that will be used for the 2025 model year. It is widely discussed in the Ford community that the latest F-150 will get a plug-in hybrid version. So there will be changes done to this platform that will allow the adoption of these technologies in the F-150. When it comes to the available configurations, the F-150 is one of the most customizable trucks in the whole full-size segment, and things will stay the same for the 2025 model year as well. There are the regular cab, super cab, and super crew. This is excellent news because these days, many of the competitors of the F-150 are getting rid of the regular cab. The F-150 is a perfect option for those who need a proper work truck and not a show-off truck. When it comes to bed length, things are also expected to stay the same for the 2025 model year. You will get the 5.5-foot bed, 6.5-foot bed, and the 8-foot bed. Overall, in terms of customization, the F-150 is pretty unmatched by any of its competitors. The F-150 simply delivers year by year. Powertrains. Powertrains are another very important area of discussion. A truck has to deliver the power that is needed in order to be considered a good purchase. Luckily, the Ford F-150 does not disappoint. This model is probably the only one that has such a diverse engine offering. The lineup of engines will stay pretty much the same with a few possible surprises. So the base engine will be the 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. The 2.7-liter is an extremely reliable and powerful entry-level engine. This engine produces 325 HP and 400 pound-feet of torque. The second engine is the 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost. In design, the 3.5-liter is pretty much the same as the 2.7-liter, but it has more displacement and more power, producing up to 365 HP and 420 pound-feet of torque. The third option, and easily the most popular choice by many, is the 5.0-liter V8 Coyote. Although many say that this engine will get removed from the lineup, this will not be the case, at least not for the 2025 model year. The 5.0-liter Coyote makes up to 400 HP and 410 pound-feet of torque. Although the 3.5-liter might be more powerful, this engine does not have the displacement demanded in order to be a very capable towing machine. There is no replacement for displacement, and this is the case with the 5.0-liter Coyote. In terms of transmission, the same 10-speed automatic will be kept for the 2025 model year. As they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Ford will keep the same reliable transmission for the 2025 model year as well. Diesel is making a comeback. When it comes to the surprises in the powertrain department, it's widely discussed that we're going to experience a comeback of the good old diesel engine. This is what many buyers want, and reportedly, Ford will finally listen and bring back the good old 3.0-liter Power Stroke. A truck without a diesel engine is not a proper truck. Although many would say that this is not the case, we can tell you that this statement is correct because there isn't a gas-powered engine that can deliver as much torque as a proper turbo diesel. So the 3.0-liter Power Stroke is making a comeback. This engine was removed a few years ago, but this time, this engine will be improved and will pollute a lot less compared to previously. This means the implementation of the latest DPF and EGR systems. When it comes to numbers, this engine produces up to 250 HP and 440 pound-feet of torque, which, as you can see, is far more torque compared to other gas-powered engines in the lineup. So we strongly hope that Ford will not disappoint us. New plug-in hybrid. But the biggest news when it comes to the 2025 Ford F-150 is definitely the introduction of a new plug-in hybrid model of the Ford F-150. This is more than necessary because the Ford Lightning was not a hit, and this model will probably end up canceled due to poor sales. All this rush to produce an electric pickup truck was not worth it for Ford. So what they look to do now is to offer a compromise for those who want to have an electric vehicle but still to enjoy the range and fill up the gas station. And what is better than releasing a plug-in hybrid model? This is a great solution to Ford's problem, and this model will be extremely popular if it comes at a good price. Competitors such as Ram and Toyota are already working on plug-in hybrid versions of the Toyota Tundra and Ram 1500. So Ford is not sleeping, and reportedly, they will release this new truck for the 2025 model year. This model will include a 3.5-liter engine, but this time, this engine will be paired with a large 50 kilowatt-hour battery pack and a powerful electric motor. This will allow this model to produce up to 400 HP and 500 pound-feet of torque. This is not all. There are even more surprises. This model is expected to deliver up to 30 miles only in EV mode and a fuel economy of 33 mpg combined. Pretty incredible numbers, we must admit. Overall, we cannot wait for this model to get released to the market. Towing and payload capacity. Towing and payload capacity are probably some of the most important areas for every truck owner. A truck has to deliver some excellent towing and payload in order to be considered a good purchase. Luckily for you, the Ford F-150 is the king of the full-size segment. There are more capable trucks in the heavy-duty segment, but when it comes to light-duty use, the F-150 is pretty unmatched. This truck can tow up to 13,200 pounds and take a payload of up to 3,230 pounds. These are some pretty massive numbers when you put them into perspective. But you should be aware that only the 5.0-liter Coyote and the 3.5-liter engine can deliver this performance. The 2.7-liter can only tow up to 9,000 pounds and take a payload of 2,470 pounds. What is new for 2025 is the fact that this truck will get a plug-in hybrid model, and as we noted, this truck will be able to tow up to 14,000 pounds. This will be easily the best performance in this segment. Fuel economy. Fuel economy is another very important area, especially these days when gas prices are exploding. Many owners want to get a fuel-efficient truck instead of a gas-guzzling machine. The most efficient engine in the lineup is definitely the 2.7-liter V6 EcoBoost. This engine delivers 20 mpg in the city and 26 mpg on the highway. Then you have the 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost. This engine delivers up to 18 mpg in the city and 24 mpg on the highway. The 3.5-liter V6 also has a mild hybrid version. This engine delivers 25 mpg combined. This is easily the most efficient version. But as we noted, for 2024, there will be a plug-in hybrid engine. This engine will reportedly deliver up to 33 mpg combined and the range of 30 miles only in electric mode. Exterior and interior. When it comes to exterior and interior design, there is still a lack of information on what we can expect for the 2025 model year. But since this truck is slowly but surely getting dated, we can expect a mild refresh to come. By mild refresh, we mean new headlights and a new front grille, as well as new taillights. Ford has to bring this model more up to date with the latest standards in order not to lose sales, so these things are pretty expected for the 2025 model year. However, there could be one more year with this design until the midlife refresh. Time will tell. If there's more data, we'll be more than happy to share it with you. Pricing and release date. When it comes to the release date of this truck, we can expect this model to be introduced sometime this summer, and the official release date to be at the end of this year. The price of this model will stay pretty much the same as the 2024 model, which is $36,770. Even considering the high prices in recent years, the F-150 is still a bargain of a deal considering what you get for your hard-earned money.